We should never allow the government to decide what is acceptable speech and what is unacceptable speech. We should penalize behaviors, not opinions, and not speech. If you start trying to regulate speech, you start trying to regulate thoughts, you start trying to regulate beliefs rather than behaviors, there's no way that you're not going to abridge the constitutional rights of millions of Americans.
The artificial intelligence of 2018, it's here now and growing stronger every day. What does it mean for you and me? There are startling implications to what an artificial intelligence is capable of doing. They look cute, like little children, they look superior like a woman Sophia. You are being conned on a level unimaginable by a socialist regime that begun its plan for world domination through a demonic figure who has taken over this world. It has basis on the belief that the spirit of Antichrist would come upon world in 2 stages. The first stage is happening now. People's understanding life would be radically altered by those who want a completely different society, a completely changed perception of life, and finally to destruction of a world that once had morals, values, and ethical behaviors. Today, though, this world is completely upside down. The drug addicts refuse to admit it to themselves, so they condemn society by their acts and behaviors towards others. In the science fiction classic, Blade Runner, Harrison Ford's character, Deckard, was a police assassin whose job was to take out androids that had lived beyond their normal lifespans. An artificial intelligence is the same thing, but they don't mimic human beings that closely outwardly to make them a direct threat to the population. That's not true of the computer world though. An android in Blade Runner mimicked human beings in appearance and intelligence. An artificial intelligence can think faster than a human, carry out tasks 100 times faster than a human brain can act. So intellectually, artificial intelligence is far superior to a human being than any android was shown in Blade Runner. What's even more frightening is that the artificial intelligence will be used by the Antichrist himself to control the world. Read in Revelations and you will see that an image of the Antichrist will be made and will control the world from his new empire, Jerusalem. Scoffers laugh that off, but the Bible has never been wrong in 2,000 years. It's time for the scoffers to take a reality check for themselves. This world is decaying into oblivion and there is no way of stopping it from continuing.
To completely understand how our world has become upside down, we must go back to 2008 when Barack Hussein Obama became the illegitimate president. His intentions were to destroy America's sovereignty, its laws, its values, and its people. Then he took the next step, forcing you to believe a lie. The lie was that change was better and necessary. The lie was that this nation must give away everything it held precious, from its children to its freedoms. It was Obama who brought legal drugs to America, not Bush or Carter. Obama himself has that distinction in history now, that America became a wasted nation of drug-addicted bums who only wanted the government to pay for their laziness and its minority cultures to be given full compensation for what they believed was their rights to retribution against the white race. In 8 years, he did every single act I have just told you. He spent millions of our taxpayer dollars to study brain behavior, brain manipulation, and used it very well when he mandated that high-definition television be started in 2009, 1 year after he took office. Machines need some human interaction in order to learn, and Obama has many ways of doing that. Controlling your thoughts and your minds is only one way of doing that. He instigated HAARP, the high-altitude atmospheric research program, which is no longer a program but a fully operating weather manipulator. Located so far from the United States because of its effects on the global scene, he didn't want you to know it was changing things all over the world. The farce called global warming is a direct result of HAARP. All Obama has to do is tell them, make hurricanes destroy everywhere and plan them to my schedule. When did we experience this kind of catastrophic destruction in America? After Obama left office, to make President Trump look stupid. To constantly blame Trump for things he had no time to do in the 12 months he has been in office. What can do the things we see every day in this world of chaos? Only something that can outthink a human being, an artificial intelligence. Running them is only the beginning of Obama's plans for world control. He gave the Iranians everything they needed to further their nuclear program, even helping North Korea. What did Obama do in public view when they launched missiles? He said, "I'll just send a B-1 bomber over Pyongyang." That should satisfy the American public. Yet, in the background he was giving them the same help he gave Iran. $15 billion, a lot of money that you and I paid taxes for in 2016 when Obama continued to destroy sanity in this country. He let all the prisoners at Guantanamo Bay free, letting ISIS fighters and Taliban fighters return to their homelands in order to continue the terrorism we see today. Then he looked the other way about Benghazi, Hillary Clinton's stupidity of selling our uranium to Russia. This in itself is a violation of the National Security Act that forbids any person from selling national security material to a foreign nation. Obama laughed. He never arrested Hillary Clinton for anything she did. The email scandal was just a diversion to take the public's attention away from what she was doing as Secretary of State. No one ever arrested her for anything she did. Nor was Obama himself ever investigated for these kinds of actions he never responded to nor took action about. Now let's look at how all of this was controlled by an artificial intelligence. Terror, subversion, stupidity at the highest levels of this nation's political establishment all pointed to one answer. It looked supernatural that Obama could do these things and never was implicated for them. Then, if you look beyond that, you would see that only something that had more intellect and could do these things so much faster than we could ever see them happening. What does that look like? Artificial intelligence that has a much faster ability to control things did it. An artificial intelligence is a computer with feet, head, arms, and a fully connected Wi-Fi interface that makes anything we could do look like slow motion. Do the Socialist Democrats have that kind of power do this? Look over the past 12 months. You'll see they did so many illegal actions that no one could see anything else but a deliberate plan of subverting our current administration from doing anything to stop it. If Obama had ever been attacked like the media has been doing to Trump every day, he'd have arrested every media executive for treason against the United States government. Yet, Trump can't even touch them. Trump can't stop something that is beyond his ability to control because the establishment he tried to drain, called the swamp, has shown they have something helping them that is beyond most people's ability to understand. Artificial intelligence has advanced to a fourth generation. We only see a first-generation artificial intelligence right now in the public sections. The military will never tell you what they already are using in the field. An artificial military force of beings that can work all the time without rest, without food or water, without a need for anything. Isn't that terrifying that this same technology is right here in America and the socialists are controlling its implementation? Don't forget this, people. A socialist is a communist. That's a no-no word in the vocabulary of the Socialist Democrats. They won't let you say that naughty word because most younger generations have no clue of what a communist is. Only what Obama brainwashed them to believe, that Cuba had Russia's help during the Cuban Missile Crisis, but that doesn't matter anymore. we must be friends no matter what might happen. One communist helping another, obvious. When the Antichrist or Obama, if you prefer, takes up his residence in Jerusalem, things will start happening very fast. He will have already started his mandate for a mark on your head or forearm. Some are telling me that the mark is symbolic and not an actual mark. If the Bible says they must have it to buy or sell, then it can't be symbolic but real. People don't want to hear the truth anymore, they want to live in the same bubble Obama gave them for 8 years. Now the dream is over, now reality has come back into your wasted 8 years of life again. Drugs can't give anyone complete escape from reality, sooner or later you must return to reality or die. That's what Obama wants for America, to die or commit to his new world order. That's nothing anyone should have to accept, we all are supposed to have free choice. Obama doesn't see that, he sees his global order taking over our entire existence. Do something, America, don't let him take over any further. Stop the insanity. The reality we face is that he did so much in 8 years to destroy this nation, and he did. He had a lot of help from his master, Lucifer. The devil or Satan has been here ever since God cast him from heaven, and today he knows how soon his empire will collapse around him. People are mesmerized by Obama's charisma, by his ability to distort minds who only have ears for his words. Those same people won't hear anything else, only his voice. All of this is what helps the artificial intelligence gain more and more strength, with Satan's supernatural power helping Obama. Just remember though, Satan only gets power because God gives him free choice to use it. That power comes from God though, and he will take it away from Satan. Obama controls a lot of minds around the world. In Portugal, for example, they idolize him to this day. How can a person do that to other cultures around the world, other than by supernatural means? Evil is evil, but what has happened in our world today? Now evil is good, good is evil. A contradiction in terms, but people don't see that anymore. To bring all of this into context, Blade Runners are humans who are sent out to terminate replicants or androids. In today's world, that android is an artificial intelligence. They might not be able to move around and be seen as humans yet, but we know what the Bible says, and we know that an artificial intelligence is what people want. They want another way of escaping reality, just as drug addicts want to escape reality. Both will end the same way, oblivion. The artificial intelligence is Satan's next step in his plans for the human being's demise. He's always wanted to destroy our existence because he knew that men were created from God to glorify him. Satan was too, but then he revolted against God and God cast him out. Now the final act is about to play out on humanity. God is about to take out Satan, his Antichrist, and his false prophet. If all of these are also symbolic references, then we must use what senses we have to understand who these symbols are. That's obvious to me. Pope Francis advocates homosexuality, gay marriage, drug use, and the like. All are in total contradiction to the Bible, therefore he is the false prophet. Obama pushed the Islamic philosophy on America, as did Bush and Clinton. Islam was created by Satan, it is not a religion if it advocates hate and violence. Christianity doesn't, it advocates love. Who is the Antichrist? The one who advocates what Satan loves, Islam. The artificial intelligence is the key to a puzzle that is now complete. The world now must stand up for what is right and stand against what is wrong. If you don't stand for what is right, you only have yourself to blame for what happens next. Socialism is here in America, something no one would ever have thought could happen in this country. Communism is something we all fought against 60 years ago, today it has taken over our country. If you aren't taught right or wrong, you don't know what's correct and error. That still doesn't excuse your ignorance. Judges say that in court, ignorance of the law is no excuse. God says that too, you can't escape judgment by saying I didn't know better. Artificial intelligence is a device that Satan will use until the end of time, which won't be long from now.
And so, we all must do what we know we must do. Stand against a dictator who continues to work his schemes behind the camera, behind the scenes. Stand by President Trump, who wants to bring back America's greatness and stop a tyrannical madman who only will continue his plans for world domination. The end.
I say go away. You bother me.